Good morning, students. Today this is video number 8, chapter 5, continuity and differentiability. Today I am going to discuss about mean value theorems. In my last class I have discussed about second order derivatives. So there are two theorems over here which we have to discuss. First one is Rolle's theorem. So what does this mean? Please see it very carefully. Let f is a function from closed interval ab to the set of real numbers. Let it be continuous on closed interval AB. Let it be continuous on closed interval AB. This is my first condition of Rolle's theorem. And differentiable in open interval AB. So such that f of a, this is my second condition, differentiable in AB, such that f of a is equal to f of b. And if this condition is also true, this is the third condition, these three conditions should be satisfied. If these three conditions are satisfied, then we say where a and b are some real numbers, then there exists some c, at least one c, belonging to a comma b, open interval a comma b, such that f dash c is equal to 0. So this is the statement of the Rolle's theorem. We will understand its geometrical interpretation, that what it is trying to say. So see the geometrical interpretation here. This is the closed interval AB. This I have taken one interval, and we can see that the graph of this function between AB is continuous in the closed interval. It is differentiable also, but differentiable means at the endpoints it can never be differentiable, because there is, if it at A the left hand derivative will not exist and at B the right hand derivative will not exist. So we cannot talk about differentiability at the endpoints. That is why we had written differentiable in open interval A comma B. So there exists some c between A and B where f dash c becomes 0, means the slope of the at this point c, fc, a slope at this point will be 0. That means this tangent will be parallel to x-axis. When is the slope 0? When the tangent is the slope of the tangent should be parallel to x-axis. Then its derivative is 0. F dash c is equal to 0. So this is the geometrical interpretation. This is the point A, and the coordinates of this point is a comma fa. This is the point B, the coordinate of this is b comma fb. Then there exists some c where you can see, this is very obvious that between A and B there will be some point where the tangent will become parallel to the x-axis. That means f dash c is equal to 0. So here there exists one c. Just see the next diagram. If the function is like this and A and B are here, so A and B are here, and f of, just see here, f of A is equal to f of B. This line is a straight line. This condition is also satisfied. F of A is equal to f of B. Here this is A and this is B. A and B are lying on the axis and the function is like this. So over here there exists some two c's over here. There exists two c's where the tangent is parallel to the x-axis. It is parallel here and here. So at least one c will be there. There can be more than one c also. That is what I am trying to say. So f dash c is 0 at these points. Here this is A, and here only we have f of A. So that means B. Here only we have f of B. That means the x and the y coordinates of these points are 0. It is lying on the x-axis. So Lagrange's mean value theorem is the second theorem which we should know. Sometimes it is called just the mean value theorem. The short form is LMVT or MVT. So this is just the generalization of Rolle's theorem. Let us see. Let f be the function from closed interval AB to R, be continuous function on closed interval A comma B, and differentiable on AB. Here f of A will not be equal to f of B. If f of A is equal to f of B, we will apply Rolle's theorem. But if f of A is not equal to f of B, then we will apply mean value theorem. Then there exists some c in AB such that f dash c is equal to fb minus fa upon b minus a. Now we'll see the geometrical interpretation. What does it trying to say? So geometrical interpretation of LMVT is, here there is a, here there is B. Now just see over here, we have this point as AFA, this point as BFP. If I join these 2 points, I'll get a secant. And what is the slope of this line? Secant is y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. That is fb minus fa upon b minus a. We have done the slope in grade 11. So fb minus fa upon b minus a is the slope of this secant. And there is a point C, it's saying, where the slope of this secant will be equal to the slope of this line. That means when the two lines are parallel. When the two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. So at this point, the derivative of the function will be f dash c. So f dash c, that means the slope. F dash c is what? The slope at this point should be equal to the slope of this line. Slope of this line is fb minus fa upon b minus a. This is what I had written here. F dash c is fb minus fa upon b minus a. And if over here, this is just the generalization, and if f of a is equal to f of b, here f of a and f of b are unequal. If f of a is equal to f of b, then we can write this as fb minus fb upon b minus a. Fb minus fb is what? Fb minus fb is 0. So f dash c is equal to 0. We get the Rolle's theorem over here only. So this is just the generalization of Rolle's theorem. So we'll see an example here. Verify Rolle's theorem for the function y is equal to x square plus 2, where a and b are minus 2 and 2. That means in the closed interval minus 2 to 2 it is defined. Let us see if Rolle's theorem is applicable or not. The function y is equal to x square plus 2 is continuous in minus 2 to closed interval minus 2 to. This is the first condition. And minus 2 to, this is the parabola. You know that this is a parabola, and this is a polynomial function. Being a polynomial function, it will always be continuous. So you don't need to prove that it is continuous. You can straight away write this in the closed interval minus 2 to 2. Differentiable in open interval minus 2 to 2. And third condition is f of minus 2. Substitute x as minus 2 here. This is f of x. You can write this as f of x is equal to x square plus 2. So f of minus 2 is minus 2 square plus 2, which is 6. F of 2 is 2 square plus 2, which is also 6. So f of a is equal to f of b. So all the three conditions of the Rolle's theorem are satisfied. So there exists some c such that f dash c is equal to 0. Now what is f dash x? F dash x is 2x. So f dash c will be 2c. So 2c is equal to 0. I have written the derivative of 2 also, which is 0. So 2c is equal to 0, which implies c is equal to 0. And does 0 belongs to the open interval minus 2 to? Yes, it belongs. It is in between this interval only. So at c is equal to 0, f dash c is equal to 0, and c is equal to 0 belongs to minus 2, 2. Hence Rolle's theorem is verified. Now next example, verify mean value theorem for the function f of x is equal to x square in the interval 2, 4. So here a is 2, b is 4. Sometimes they will write it like this, a is equal to minus 2, b is equal to 2, or sometimes they will write the closed interval. So again it is a polynomial function. Again this is the parabola. So the function f of x is equal to x square is continuous in 2, 4, the closed interval. Please remember C for continuous, C for closed interval. Differentiable in open interval 2, 4. And f of 2 is 4, 2 square is 4. F of 4 is 4 square. Here you apply 4 square is 16. And you can see that f of a is not equal to f of b. So here LMVT will be applicable. So there exists some c belonging to 2, 4 such that f dash c is fb minus fa upon b minus a. So f dash c, f dash x, fx was x square. So f dash x will be 2x. So f dash c will be 2c. So 2c is equal to, we have calculated fb as 16, fa as 4, b was 4, interval was 2, 4. So b was 4 and a was 2. So 2c is equal to 12 by 2, which is 6, or c is 3, and it belongs to the open interval 2, 4. Thus at c is equal to 3 belonging to 2, 4, we have f dash c, this is the f dash c, is equal to 6. This f dash c was 6. This was f dash c. So hence LMVT is verified. Now note, there is a note here. Converse of Rolle's theorem is not necessarily true. What is the converse? Converse should be this. Although this is not there in your NCERT, but there is a question based on this, so you should be knowing it. So f such that AB to R, this is a function, and there exists some C belonging to open interval AB such that f dash C is equal to 0. This is given to us. Then f will satisfy the conditions of Rolle's theorem. What were the conditions of Rolle's theorem? That f will be continuous in closed interval AB, differentiable in open interval AB, and f of A should be equal to f of B. Then this converse is not necessarily true. Let us see this. Exercise 5.8, question number 2. Examine if Rolle's theorem is applicable to any of the following functions. Can you say something about the converse of Rolle's theorem from these examples? So here converse will come into picture. Let us see. First question is f of x is equal to greatest integer function x for x belonging to 5, 9. So we have already done that this is not continuous. Greatest integer function is neither continuous nor differentiable. We have done this before, but through the graph I can say that at integral points it is neither continuous nor differentiable. So f is not continuous in 5, 9. F is not differentiable in open interval 5, 9. And f of 5 is equal to what? 5, it will return the value 5, and f of 9 will return the value 9. So f of 5 is not equal to f of 9. Greatest integer function, you remember, it returns the value less than or equal to x. So please remember that. So Rolle's theorem, all the three conditions are not satisfied of Rolle's theorem. So Rolle's theorem is not applicable over here. This is the graph of the greatest integer function. So, but what about the converse, second part? Now there exist infinite points between 5 and 9 such that f dash c is equal to 0. Only at end points it is not differentiable, but between 5 and 6 there are many points where the derivative will become 0. For example, f of 5.2, 5.3, over there left hand derivative will be equal to the right hand derivative. So there are infinitely many points. There are so many real numbers between 5 and 9 where f dash c becomes 0. But f is neither continuous in 5, 9 nor differentiable in 5, 9 open interval. Also f of 5 is not equal to f of 9. Therefore converse does not hold. Although this condition is satisfied, but the conditions of the Rolle's theorem are not satisfied. So converse will not hold here. So second part is same. Again the greatest integer function. So that is for you to do. I will be discussing the third part now. So f of x is equal to x square minus 1 for x belonging to 1, 2. Now over here just see fx being a polynomial function. This is a polynomial function, again a parabola, is continuous in 1, 2 closed interval. It is also differentiable in open interval 1, 2. F of 1 is 1 square minus 1, which is 0. F of 2 is 2 square minus 1, which is 3. So f of 1 is not equal to f of 2. Although first two conditions are satisfied, but the last condition f of a should be equal to f of b is not satisfied. Hence Rolle's theorem is not applicable as f of a is not equal to f of b. Also for the converse we'll see. Also f dash c is equal to 0. F dash c will be what? 2c. F dash x is 2x, so f dash c will be 2c. So 2c is equal to 0 implies c is equal to 0. Does 0 belongs to this interval 1, 2 open interval? No. 1, it does not belong to this interval. So there exists no c belonging to 1, 2 such that f dash c is equal to 0. Therefore converse does not hold good. So for the converse the f dash c should be equal to 0. So it does not hold good here over here. Now see question number 3 over here. If f is a function from the closed interval minus 5 to 5 to r is a differentiable function. It's given already that it's a differentiable function. But what is the function, that we don't know. But it is differentiable. And f dash x does not vanish anywhere. What does this mean? That f dash x is not equal to 0 at any point of this interval. It is not equal to, does not vanish means it is not equal to 0. Then prove that f of minus 5 is not equal to f of 5. So we have to prove here f of minus 5 is not equal to f of 5. So we'll start with, since f is a function from minus 5 to r is differentiable. So if it is differentiable, it will be continuous. So therefore f is continuous in the closed interval. I have told you if the function is differentiable, it will be continuous as well. So it is continuous in closed interval. F is differentiable in open interval, it's already given. Then there exists c belonging to minus 5, 5 such that f dash c is equal to fb. See, I will apply the generalization now. So we will see whether, because they have told that f dash minus f minus 5 is not equal to f5. So that means f of b is not equal to f of a. So I'll apply LMVT. So f dash c is equal to fb minus fa upon b minus a, and f dash c is not, f dash x does not vanish anywhere. Sorry, this is not given, this so we have to prove. F dash x does not vanish anywhere. So I'll apply the LMVT. Why? Because it is a generalization of both Rolle's theorem as well as the LMVT. So over here, f5 minus f of minus 5 upon 5 minus minus 5 is not equal to 0. It's given that it does not vanish anywhere. So this cross multiplication with this, it will go away, 10 into 0, and we'll get f of 5 minus f of minus 5 is not equal to 0, or f of 5 is not equal to f of minus 5. This is how we are going to prove. Rest of the questions of this exercise will be homework. Thank you so much, students.